What's up, family? Boosie had a lot to say about Dwyane Wade's son. And his, I guess, transformation. Would you call that would you call it a transformation? If it's your first time checking out the show, this is the way we do it. You let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. I'll give some shout outs after I give my spiel on this. Make sure you smash up the likes, family. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Does not mean that you necessarily agree with what I'm saying. It's just that you appreciate the content. You appreciate me taking the time out of my busy schedule to bring you this content. Also, if you want to skip the line, you can jump into the super chat. Yeah, Boosie set it off this early Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening in your parts of the world. If you're outside of this side of the world, this side of the planet, it's Tuesday evening. So I just gotta check something right quick, make sure my sound is perfect, make sure everything right before I go all the way in, because I'm about to set it off. I'm about to set it off, family. Okay, fam. So here we go. So let's get into exactly what he said first. I think I want to run the video by you so you can check it out for yourselves. So you can hear what he said. Let me grab it right quick. Let's see, share.
I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How he gonna, like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwyane Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How he gonna, like?
All right. Getting back, fam. Okay, so how do y'all feel about that? You know, was Boosie right or was he wrong? I want to make sure that you consider everything that he said. I didn't know that was a move to cut off his penis, but it, obviously, well, apparently Boosie heard something about him getting his penis cut off now. As you know, Dwayne Wade's son is identifying as a girl. His 12-year-old son is identified as a girl. He wants to be called, addressed by the pronouns of she and her. He changed his name. What did he change his name to? I think that Zaya or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, Zaya. Zaya. How is that pronounced? I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but Zaya. So he changed his name, and you know, that's their position. Now here's my position. A lot of people are saying things like, well, that's their business. It ain't got nothing to do with Boosie, right? It would have been their business had they not made it public. See, I do believe, like, when you go out of your way to make something public and then you get offended when people voice their opinions, that ain't cool. In my opinion, that's someone who is seeking approval for their actions. And when people don't fall in line and agree with you, then you take exception, you get offended by it. So if you didn't want people to comment on it and not agree with you, then you shouldn't put it out there. You dig what I'm saying? Once you made it public, once Dwyane Wade made it public that his son was homosexual and that his son wanted to be identified as a woman and on and on and on, then he opened himself up to all of this ridicule. He opened himself up, just like he opened himself up to the credit. That was people patting him on his back and praising him, you know. So you get, you know, you got to take your bitter with your sweet. When you're documenting every step of the way, because that's what they're pretty much doing. They're like documenting his steps. You know, every time he does something, you know, it's they posting it and they making it a big deal. And then when the backlash comes, you know, it's you know, they get offended. Boosie said some key words. He said, if he's gonna be gay, let him be gay, but that ain't no girl, that's a boy. He say, stop calling him a woman, referring to this boy as a woman. He said that, and he also alluded to the fact that, you know, that he shouldn't be trying to cut this boy's penis off. This boy is 12 years old. He don't even know what he is yet. He don't know what he like yet. You can change your mind at any moment. He could change his mind at any moment. People are saying that, well, if it don't affect Boosie or his family, then why should Boosie be concerned? Why should anybody be concerned? Why should anybody be commenting? You can go back to the first statement I made. Once you make it public, then it's open to other people's opinion. But I'll take it further than that. When people say, if it don't affect Boosie, why should he be concerned? Well, you know, they said the same thing about slavery. And there were people all over the world, including here in the United States, who, because they wasn't slaves or they wasn't slave owners, they didn't feel the impact of slavery. They didn't feel like it was such a big deal. It wasn't their business, right? But how did that turn out? If not for the silence of all of these so-called good people in the United States and abroad, then we don't have the racial strains that we have today. We don't have all of this division that we have today. because the so-called good people in society, the polite people in society, not the fake ones running around wearing the nice clothes and, you know, riding in their yachts and living in their mansions and driving the big cars and going to the country clubs, playing the role of polite society. But real polite people in society, the good people in society would have risen. That would have been an uproar. But you know what happened? A lot of the so-called polite people that was on those golf courses and that was riding in these fancy cars and living in these big, nice houses and these plush communities and stuff like that, they were also beneficiaries of slavery. Many of them got their wealth passed down to them from slavery. Many of them were able to hire cheap labor. Before the Mexicans was a cheap labor, it was Black people who was cheap labor after slavery. So many people benefited indirectly from slavery, and they were quiet. Even if it was just benefiting from having an advantage of having the complexion for the protection or the complexion for the connection. Many people were quiet, and silence is complicity. Remember that. So when you see something that ain't right, that's why they say, see something, say something. Boosie saw something and he said something. Now, I know we live in this society where everybody want to keep it real. Everybody always talking about keeping it real. But when the moment somebody keep it real, and I ain't just saying keeping it real, being stupid, saying stupid stuff or being foolish. I'm saying keeping it real and speaking up when they see injustice or they see something wrong and they speak on it. Then everybody got a problem with it. You know why? Because most of this society is fake as hell. It's not real. Most people that I know are fake. I'm not talking about people that I have relationships with. I'm talking about most people in society are fake as hell. When you go to work and you step into the elevator and somebody says, oh, that's a nice shirt. And immediately you're looking for something nice to say about them, even if they're tore up from the floor up. You're gonna say, oh, I like those shoes. Lying, knowing you lied out your teeth. But you'll say it anyway, because you're trying to go along to get along. Nobody wants to rock the boat. Anything goes, as long as you're not so-called hurting someone, right? So how much difference would race relations be today had the people who saw that slavery was wrong had stood up and said something? How much different would race relations be post-slavery, during the Jim Crow era, during the redlining era? How much difference would race relations be today? How much more comfortable would you be? Because I can tell you right now, a lot of people, doesn't matter what their ethnicity is, every day they wake up, race is a source of stress for them. Even if they so-called think that they're in power, race is a source of stress for many people in America every single day. You can't avoid it because somebody's always doing something stupid every day. Now, so the thing is this, Boosie did something that a lot of people are just simply afraid to do, and they know it ain't right, but they won't say anything because they want to go along to get along. There's a lot of people, a lot of celebrities who have huge platforms who totally disagree with what's going on. And I'm not just talking about Dwyane Wade, I'm talking about period, this whole movement. A lot of people disagree with it, but they won't say anything. You know why? Because oftentimes their peers, their contemporaries are the ones pushing this agenda. So they don't say anything because they don't want to not get invited to the party. they don't want to not get invited to the opportunity to audition for that part. They don't want to not be in the in crowd. So they remain silent. Now they'll say whatever they want to say behind closed doors, but they don't have the guts to speak what they really mean, or to say what they really mean, because they don't want to be ostracized. You dig what I'm saying? So let me jump into the comments, see what y'all saying, and I'll come back with a little more commentary. Black World TV say, I agree with Boosie all day. Canada Finest says, Wade sacrificed the kid for Gabriel Hollywood career. Family, make sure you let me know where you're coming in from, what city, what state. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Mr. Freeze said, I'm sorry. I'd rather be in 1998 when everybody was tough thugs sagging than wearing dresses. I don't know about all that, bro. It's like taking one evil for another evil. You dig what I'm saying? Let me check my super chat, see where y'all at. I don't know why I skipped the super chat. I'm supposed to go to super chat first. Darrell James says, who is really behind all of this? Big Elvis, the chef Rosenberg says, Boosie is right. AJRX is strange, but you misspelled Wade's first name. Did I? How do you spell his first name? Dwyane Wade. Let's see. Oh, damn, anybody could have misspelled that. Shit, that's a... Okay, let's get it right then. That is a strange name. Hold on. Damn, I still... DWY. DWYANE, I think. DWYANE. Okay, we got it. Got it. I appreciate that, sir. Appreciate it. I said sir, but I don't know if it's sir or ma'am because it's AJRX. So, well, I appreciate it. I got to change that on another platform. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, everybody talks about keeping it real, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Keep it real. Now remember, family, Boosie said, if he's gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't be calling that boy a woman, and don't be chopping off his private parts. And I'm gonna tell you something about that chopping off private parts thing. The boy, like Boosie said, he don't know how he gonna feel when he turns 16, 17, 18 years old. He's a child. He's just a child. He don't know. This is why you have parents, family. This is why you have guardians. They call them guardians, you know? So you have, because these kids need someone to give them direction, you know? A kid is not supposed to be able to make the same decisions that an adult can make. It don't even make, think about what I'm saying. It don't even make sense that a kid should be able to make the same decisions that an adult can make. The kid gonna decide where we gonna live at. I know parents out there that their kids get to decide where they live. A guardian is a defender a protector or a keeper, right? That's a person who looks after and is legally responsible for someone who is unable to manage their own affairs, right? That is someone who legally is responsible for someone who is unable to manage their own affairs. How can this boy not even be paying taxes, but he can manage the affair of changing his identity? Family, come on, man. Y'all know damn well this don't make no sense. The kid can't buy cigarettes, he can't buy alcohol, but he can tell you that he wants to be a different, he wants to be a different gender. He wants to have his sexual organ chopped off. Y'all know that a lot of people, a lot of youngsters are having, what do they call it? Something remorse. Basically a sex change remorse. They get a little older and they realize that, whoa, I think I made a mistake. I really didn't want this. And now they're tortured. They're torturing themselves mentally. Many of them are committing suicide. This is what the media won't tell you. They want y'all to believe it's all good. They're not going to talk about the other side, the dark side of these kids changing their sexuality and claiming a different gender. They're not going to tell you about that side. They want you to think it's all good. Shout out to Maria Africans out there. Said, okay, let's see what you're saying. Said that when Black men speak out, we get called anti-this, racist, misogynistic, etc. Yeah, I think that goes for everybody, bro. That goes for everybody. That's where we at right now in this society. Everybody, like your opinion ain't your opinion. Your opinion is the mass. It ain't even the masses. Your opinion belongs to whoever is running the media. Whoever got that, that's your opinion. You got 2% of the population telling 98% of the population what it's going to be. You got 2% of the population got the other 98% running mad, running wild, running scared. And that is a good depiction, running scared. 2%. So yeah, I'm with Boosie. You if the kid want to be gay, let him be gay. But why do you have to, go out here and try to, highlight this kid doing all this other stuff, like and painting his nails, and why that's got to be highlighted? Why you gotta, do all what's all that about if you don't want people commenting on it? Like, ain't no straight people out here going out of their way to show everybody they're straight. Oh, look at me, I'm straight. Come on, man. And I'm not into marginalizing a group that's already being marginalized. I know it's gotta be tough, to live that life, to have that, because people don't accept it. Most people don't accept that lifestyle. And I don't think we're going to ever get to a point in history where most people accept the lifestyle, even if the, people who are in that lifestyle run the media. I still don't think that we'll ever get to that point to where the majority of people accept that lifestyle. So even if the majority of people didn't accept it, even if it was half people, even if it was 10% of the population, that only 10% who didn't accept it, that's still a tough life. It's still tough. So, you know, I don't believe in, you know, trying to marginalize somebody that's already being marginalized, but man, right is right and wrong is wrong. This boy can't even buy cigarettes. He can't even buy alcohol. But he can tell you that he wants a sex change. He can tell you that he identifies as a female, and you immediately embrace that. Just don't even think about it. Just start embracing it. You know, like, come on, man. If your child was 12 years old and said he wanted to rob a bank and he wanted to be a criminal, do you just automatically embrace that because that's what he wants to do? You support your child, you support your children within reason. That's why, that's why you have guardians. That's why adults make the decisions. They make household decisions. Queen Ish Saga says, was that Saji? Yeah, Saji says, you can't be outside after 9 p.m. Yeah, can't even be outside after 9 p.m. But he can tell you, you know, that he wants to change his whole sexuality. Come on, family. Come on, y'all. Somebody said he can't even get a driver's license. Who is that? Matazad Yahweh Yahawada. Matazad Yahawada. I think that's Yahweh. What's up? Appreciate you, homie. Marcus Carter, I see you. I see you. Family, if this is your first time checking out the show, you let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Make sure you drop your comment, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Put it in their face. Let them see this one. Share the video. Put it in their face. Malevolent elephant. What's up? I see you. I see you. If you want to skip the line, family, you can jump into the super chat. Who is that? Howard 299 ATL. Yeah, so somebody said the little boy is gay. Yeah, I mean, the kid is gay, but I don't think the boy should be, you know, ostracized or ridiculed because he's gay. He's gay, and that's just the way it is. It's not, him being gay is not going to change who he is. So I don't think people should go in on that kid. I don't think that they should go in and be disrespecting the kid and trying to make him feel worse than he may already feel. you know, or, you know, the boy might be having a good day and then somebody just say something really disrespectful about him being gay or whatever, make a crack a joke or whatever. I don't think that's cool. You know, that's not cool to me at all. But I do believe that, you know, all of this other stuff, you know, this extra stuff, that ain't cool either, you know. And it doesn't matter if he was born gay or he learned to be gay, you know, or he became gay. However he became gay is irrelevant at this point. It's irrelevant because there is no reversing gay. You see, it's irrelevant. So, but I do believe that, you know, I think as a parent, how can you not love your child, period? If your child is gay, and that's what it is, I mean, you're just gonna have to learn, you know, to love them. I mean, you know, you have to learn to re-love them. If you fall out of love with your child because your child is gay, you know, you're gonna have to just get over it because ain't nothing gonna change that. Nothing is going to change who your child is if your child is gay. You know, there's a lot of things that you can change, a person can change, but what you like sexually, all y'all out there listening right now, think about what you like sexually. Can anybody change your mind about that? This is why you can't stop pedophilia. Pedophiles like what they like. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change a pedophile's mind. They like what they like. There's nothing you can do about it. Whatever you like sexually is what you like. And ain't nothing can be done about it. The crazy thing is that this kid probably ain't even into sex yet. And he's identifying as a female. And I think he was young. This has been going on for some time. So it's plausible that he was 10 years old, you know, having these thoughts. So this is, Street Strong says he could have been groomed to be gay. So Wade and Gabby can stay relevant. I don't know about them staying relevant, but he could have been groomed to be gay. There are parents out there who are grooming their children to be gay. That's happening. We know that. Just as you have parents out there who groom their children to be straight, you have parents out there that groom their children to be gay. That's a fact. I think as far as Gabby and Dwyane Wade doesn't need to groom their son to be gay to be relevant. Gabby is a movie star. Dwyane Wade is I think he's retired, but either way it goes, he's an NBA Hall of Famer. He's gonna forever be relevant. He may not have the shine that he had in his prime, but he'll always be relevant. Miss Michi, what's up? Lee Willis, I see you. Miss Michi, I see, are you on moderator patrol? I saw a few trolls, but couldn't get to them. Somebody said you can mold a child into whatever you want. I disagree. You can try to mold a child into whatever you want, and whatever you try to mold that child into, more than likely that child will become. But there's always exceptions. Just like, you wonder how you can have a family, of a loving family, mother and father always involved in a child's life and loving on them and giving them what they want and the support and teaching them and motivating them and coaching them, doing all the right things, and that child end up being a drug addict. They obviously did their part, but that child ended up being a drug addict because the mind, a determined mind, is very difficult to stop. If a person just determines, well, I don't care what you're doing, this is what I want to be. On the flip side of that, you can have a child who you may not necessarily consciously try to mold into being a nothing, being an unproductive citizen. Some parents don't instill any values into their children. They will beat their child, insult their child, never help them with their homework. They will totally neglect them and leave them to their own devices. And somehow, some way, that child emerges up out of the ashes and become something special. With all of that damn neglect and negativity and vulgarity, hatred, raised under the roof by the person who brought them into the world. And somehow that child makes something out of themselves. So I do agree, in most cases, you can mold a child into whatever you want them to be. But there are exceptions. And when a child decides that it doesn't matter what mama want, what daddy want me to be, I'm going to be what I want to be, there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You can pray, but it ain't going to change nothing. Autry, Texas, 135, what up? Okay, so Lee Willis says, what up, Willie D, you're wrong. Nowadays, you almost have to walk around and say you're straight. What's up, Curtis Moore? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a different day. I do think that we must control our media. I think that we have to make sure that we have some stock in media. We have some ownership in our media, because you cannot expect your oppressor to paint you in a positive light when, if they're doing what they're doing and they're effective, if that's working, why would they do that? Why would they try to paint us in a positive light? Why would we sit back and wait on them to do that? We can't. We have to support Black media, and we have to invest in Black media, and we have to purchase Black media. You know what I'm saying? We have to own it. I think it was more Black people owned media, had a part in media back in the 60s than you have today. Perhaps even in the 20s. And why is that? Got too comfortable. So if you're just now checking out the broadcast, I'm going to play what Boosie said again about Dwyane Wade's son, Zaya. I can't say the name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm gonna play what he said that kicked off this morning discussion. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How you gonna, like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decision yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwyane Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. You tripping, dog.
And there you have it. Boosie was pretty passionate about that. Family, make sure you let me know where you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Haven't seen my international people speak up yet. Gerald Crumpton says, Lil Nas X says he's not gay anymore. Yeah. Gotcha. Bay Area Business, East Oakland, California, in the building. Okay. Check this. Hold on. Where is she? Somebody. Oh, I gotta find that. Damn, these things, this damn chat is moving too fast. Man, I had a very good comment. Oh, here we go. Donna Johnson says, I believe all men are down low unless proven otherwise. Some men's and women's, like both sexes. Canada made it legal for pet owners to get down with their animals. Sometimes I don't know what to think. I believe all men are down low unless. So how do you prove a man is not down? How does the straight man of the world go out and prove that we're not down low to you, other than not being engaged in or having you follow us around in our private life? How do we prove to you that we're not gay? Oh man, and she didn't just talk about men; she said women also. She believes that all women and men like both sexes. I think Donna, you should probably speak for yourself, Donna. L Playboy, Brooklyn, New York in the building. Jewel, VA. I see Toronto in the building. Marsha Reed, Who is that? Ramses Purr says, I stand with Boosie. Novia Bryant, just looking. Trigger figure, Greensboro, North Carolina. Antoine Fulton, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, to be exact. I see Prime Time, South Florida, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Sean Blake. Okay, KT Toro, France over here. I see you, France. Willie Walton II says he agrees with Bootsy. Danny, I see you, San Francisco, with Sacramento. Sacktown in the house, Toronto, back to back. Alton, Fisher. Make sure you smash up the likes, family. Smash up the likes. Smash those likes up. Put it in their face. When you smash those likes up, it helps with YouTube's algorithm. When you see those videos, suggestions, that's YouTube algorithm at work. The more you smash that like up, the more people outside of the box check out the show. Rockstar Sound, London in the building. What's up, London? UK all up in this piece. Dave Chappelle is in the UK right now. He'll be there until, what, tomorrow? Been there like a whole week and some change. Yeah. Carmen, what's up, Carmen? South Bronx in the building. New York New York, man, I appreciate y'all, New York. New York be messing with me heavy around here, man. And Virginia. John Rawell, what's up? Justin Bean, Brooklyn all day. Jacksonville, Texas in the building. Miami, what's up, Dwight Wilson? Brandon Brown, San Diego strong. Who is this? Tortorello Chev, Jamaica, checking in. That's what I'm talking about. It's a family affair all around the world. Willie D live. Oklahoma City up in here. William Rivera. Ashley Alford. What's up, Louisiana? Bronx up in here again. Boy, New York in this bad boy. Heavy tonight. Well, today. Well, tonight somewhere. T. Holly, Cincinnati, Ohio. Boston, Shan Shields. Albany, New York in the building. Father Aboriginal. Philly, I see you, Vanessa Williams. Curtis Morse say he used to live in Houston. Where you at now, Curtis? I see New Orleans, Robert Epps. Who was that? Trevette, Montgomery, Washington, D.C. Sherry Gordon, Virginia. Richmond. Who was that? Ray Bates. From Inglewood to Vegas. Lake Charles, my daddy hometown. Who was that? Trucker Marv. Lake Charles, Louisiana. I used to visit there all the time when I was a kid. Rochester checking in. Anna Martinez. Lake Charles again. Leslie Grisby. Morocco, North Africa. What's up? I see you. 187. Can't say the first part. All right, fam. So if you're just checking in, we're talking about Boosie's comments that he made about Dwyane Wade's son. He said to Dwyane Wade that he tripping, don't cut that boy's penis off. He used a little more colorful word than penis, but he said, don't cut the boy's penis off. You know, he's just a kid. He's 12 years old. He could change his mind. He might meet a girl in a few years, and he don't want that. He said, if he's gonna be gay, let him be gay, but don't be cutting that boy's penis off. And yeah, and I agree. Step it up, adults. Don't be letting these kids run you. Just because a kid wants something, that don't mean you got to give it to him. James Ortega, Sydney, Australia, checking in. I see Florida, Orlando, Florida. Listen, yeah, Boosie, he ain't said nothing wrong. He ain't said nothing wrong. Now, you might not like his delivery, but he ain't said nothing wrong. Who is that? Maymet? Turkey checking in. What's up, Turkey? My kids have visited Turkey multiple times. I've been in Turkey, but I've never stayed. I've only been to Turkey like one day. And I was really just moving around in the airport and stuff. But my kids have actually visited Turkey many times. KK, I see you. Appreciate you. West Side Atlanta. South Africa, up in this piece. Who is that? Jamil Taylor, South Africa. I see Compton just checked in. Sean Bates. Man, it's a beautiful thing to see y'all come in from all over the world and just, you know, we're like all like having a conversation, right? And oftentimes, if you just listen to the media and you just read what's going on, it seems like we're so far apart on our ideas and stuff, like there's like we don't have any commonalities, right? I personally think that we people have more commonalities than we have differences. It's just that the hate mongers and the race baiters, they get paid to keep us divided. So they have to keep it going. And so unfortunately, it is the most severe cases that tend to get highlighted in the media, in the news. And because for some reason, this is what we want to see. We want to see the grit. We want to see blood. You know, we want to see the drama. We say we want something different, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers say something different. I could post a video right now of somebody rescuing a person, and it might get 10,000 views. It might get 10,000. It might get 10,000 views. I can post a video of someone killing a person, and it'll get 1 million views. So we say one thing, but we do something totally different. So action speaks louder than words. But to my point, love it that we're able to have open dialogue and you know, and share ideas. So with that, family, I think this is a good exit. I'm gonna give a few more shout outs. Let me check my super chat real quick. And then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this. Darrell Jones, appreciate you. Big Elvis, AJRX. Shout out to my real Africans out there. Metazod, Marcus Carter, Malevolent Elephant, Miss Michi, as always, you know I appreciate you. Miss Michi, one of my moderators, she be on the job. If you out there reckless in the chat, she will get you. Lee Willis, Autry, Texas, Curtis Moore, appreciate you, Curtis, and KK. My final thoughts on this family is, you know, Boosie can talk until he's blue in the face. The fact is, parents don't like people telling them how to raise their children. Boosie, in my opinion, is right. But parents just don't appreciate people telling them how to raise their children. And it doesn't matter if the parent is a meth head or a crackhead. They don't want you telling them how to raise their children. So I don't believe that Boosie's message is going to go over well in the Wade household. I do believe that they're going to be more defiant. I think they're going to make a heartfelt video, and it's going to garner a lot of attention because they're going to come from a position of victimization, like they're the victim, they're being attacked. And you know, people don't like any people being attacked. So I think they're going to get a lot of support. And they're just not going to receive what he said. Now, the average person wouldn't appreciate somebody, wouldn't appreciate unsolicited advice about how to raise their children. So imagine people who have wealth, like Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade. Imagine how they're going to take something like that. I don't think it'll go over well, but those are just my thoughts. What do you think? Drop a comment, family. I appreciate you for tuning in. No more talk.